Everybody get up.
Welcome to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella.
And I'm the body mechanic NYC. I caught with my honey down. What's
Yes,
up?
you do. Honey's
Man.
good.
Honey is good. Here, Chella, take some. Smell. That's got the bee propolis. This is raw. This is unfiltered.
Wow.
Like
That
like
smells
what they did was they just smacked the bee right off the hive and just dumped it right into the container.
Really? Is that how they do it?
And look, it has the bee propolis. It has wax from the hive. Everything.
Wow.
If it's good for the bees, it's good for us. In fact, it makes my boobies
Will you
bee
stop
jump.
doing that? I
I'm
hate
sorry.
when you do that.
Chella, how you like my new derby?
I like it. It looks masculine.
You paused for a second. He was about to say something
No,
else.
it wasn't. It looks masculine. I
Oh,
like it.
okay.
I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Thank you.
I
Thank
like
you.
it. So how was your week, Body Mechanic?
My week was awesome.
Yeah.
Whenever I get to see Chella, it feels good.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Body
Yes,
Mechanic.
Chella, yes,
But I want
yes.
to talk about our Body Shop honors. I'm so
Oh,
pleased.
my.
That was such a nice event. It was so awesome. And you know my favorite part was?
What?
That each honoree was genuinely grateful for receiving an honor from us. I wish we could honor everybody every day. You know?
I was going to say that, but I think more importantly, I think that, and one of the things that I wanted to say during the show is that a lot of times in the Western culture, I mean, in a lot of cultures, what we do is we celebrate people when they're gone. The time to celebrate people is when they're here
That's
and they can
right.
appreciate
That's
it.
right.
I'm not going to wait till somebody, what am I going to look at someone in the casket for? It doesn't mean anything.
And you know what's so sad? When we approached each of our honorees, every one of them were like, why honor me? What did I do? Why me?"
Exactly.
It's like,
Why
they're
not?
But exactly. And they have no idea what they've accomplished and that they deserve to be recognized.
I think we should start an honorary lottery.
How?
Put them in the lottery.
And just pick.
Yep, and then we should have I think we should have 4 events a year.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned you delegate and create all these wonderful ideas, and then I end up doing all the work.
But don't you think it's great?
But I end up doing all the work.
I know, because I'm not great at that. I'm a
You
visionary.
are-
You're a visionary also, but combined, I just know how life should be.
I have an idea, Body Mechanic. Why don't we pursue
Shelley,
that?
you're so hot when you point at me like that. When you use all 5 fingers, because most time people go like this, and you go like this.
All right, listen.
Okay, body mechanic, look at me, Chella. Look at me, please.
Okay.
Body mechanic, check this out.
No,
I
listen.
like that. It's powerful.
Thank you. So listen, great idea, Body Mechanic.
Isn't it a great idea?
However, let's pursue it.
But before we go there, I want to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
When you honor someone, it makes them start to think about their life and what they've done. It makes them present.
True. That's very
It
true.
is important that everyone goes through that. And I think the sooner they go through it, the better it is for the rest of their lives.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Because you've said a lot of things to people, and people go, why? Why me? Why?
Yeah.
Everyone is deserving.
I tell you, wait, before I get there, you have a great idea, Body Mechanic. But let us, U.S., secure sponsors prior to moving forward. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's great. And I think another great thing is to approach very large establishments and honor people who work in their establishment. And that's one of the best ways to
The
secure
unsung
funding.
hero, not the CEO.
Exactly. The people that allow the CEO to be on his yacht while the pyramid runs smoothly.
That's right. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Because most of those places don't. In fact, that could be a great business. Call it unsung.
Body Shop.
Chella, you're
You're a genius. You know who my favorite honoree was? Annie and Paulie.
yeah.
What he said really touched my heart. You know,
Paulie has a lot to say. And he doesn't get to say it because people look at him and they think of him as less of a person.
That's right.
And, we've been victims of that during the course of our,
Lives.
yeah.
Wearing
And,
this
and
color.
we chuckle about it because it's happened to us. Every time I take and I judge a book by its cover, I'm wrong 99% of the time.
99.9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm glad I said what I said when we gave them the award, how I was guilty of judging them when we
Right.
first met them.
We both were. We were looking at their shows and we're like, and then once we got to know them, we could do nothing but love them.
That's right. That's right. Nothing but they're beautiful people. And if you're listening, if you're watching,
We
big
love you.
Big hugs
Yes.
to both of you.
Yes. Yes.
To
And they
think
give
that-
to everybody.
They do. They're very giving. But to think that his sister felt that he wouldn't amount to anything or he's not about anything, and to be honored and awarded was very touching. And
Well, you
he
know what
said.
I say about that? When people think that way, they're just looking in the mirror. Because that's the only thing you know how to do.
Yeah, project,
Yeah.
reflect.
Everyone. So.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
party was great, and the owners of Madhouse TV were so gracious to let us use the studio to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. It was awesome. The cake by
You really are a genius, Cho. Let me tell
Will
you.
you
That
stop
would not
it?
have happened if.
No, they approached me. They asked us, "Would you like to have it here?"
Yeah.
So everything worked out really, really well. It was
Yeah.
really nice.
I liked what Vanessa said also.
Yes, yes. Yep, it was so beautiful. So listen, driving here today, I thought about something. Our radio show on Friday nights is 1 hour from 6 to 7 p.m.
Right.
We spend a majority of the time
Getting there.
laughing. No, laughing. That's why the hour goes by so fast, Body Mechanic, because we're laughing so much.
That's because that's what we're supposed to do.
The hour goes by. I can't believe how quick the hour goes by. And so we pick 2 topics, one on wellness, one on relationships, and we don't get to address both issues because we're laughing so much.
I think that one of the reasons why we laugh is because we're truly in the moment and we're kind of thinking about different things and we're just in it. And that's what happens. And you know what? People would pay a lot of money to be able to do that on a regular basis.
Well, I think,
And-
while we're laughing, I'm thinking about our listeners either getting annoyed because they're not in on the joke, or they don't understand, or they're probably
But that's
saying,
not what we usually hear from people.
no, this is true. This is
What
true.
do we usually hear?
That we're
You t-
funny, that we're, great information. You guys are really great together, great chemistry.
Let me share something with you. You can go into a place and hear people laughing, and
Mhm.
after a while you'll be laughing. It's contagious.
True, that's true.
That's a fact. It changes frequency. You can stand on the street and you can look up. You stand there, you look up long enough, and you're going to have everyone looking with you.
Yeah,
You lead, and they will come along. And nothing is better and more healing than laughter.
that's true.
Because in order to laugh, you have to be in the moment.
But sometimes people take our laughter for ignorance or us not knowing what we're doing.
That's interesting because I always find people who use those words are quite ignorant themselves. That's right.
But we
If
won't
you're
mention any
listening
names.
and you think it's ignorant, don't listen and go stick in your corner and look at yourself and you'll probably start laughing then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to give a big shout out to Debbie and Rob
Robalicious?
Sharon and Debbie Kearns, who are getting married this evening, and we're both going to the wedding. Both excited for them.
I love them.
They've been together how many years?
75 years.
75.
I'm sorry. No, I mean,
Rob is 75 years
oh, I
old.
forgot. So I guess they've been together since he was born.
I think they've been together 19 years.
Yeah, something
12
like
or 19
that.
years.
Yeah.
And so they're getting married today. You know what's impressive to me? That Rob, 75 years old, is getting married.
Look at Rob. Rob looks like he's 40.
It's awesome.
Rob is, let me tell you, below that rough exterior leaks the heart of a very soft, gentle giant.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. And, you know, life is what life does. I mean, you appreciate people for who they are when they're here. And
Yeah,
that's what
that's
matters.
right. That's right.
So I really felt good about honoring him. And it's so funny because when we first said it to him, he's like, me? Why me?
Yeah,
But everyone needs to feel that.
that's right.
We need that validation. So
So I
I'm
wish them
stoked.
the best. They're
Yeah, me
getting
too.
married today, and we're going to have fun.
we are definitely going to have some fun. We always have fun with them. There's no doubt about that.
Yes,
Especially those cast of characters that they have as friends.
Ooh,
Remember his birthday
yeah.
party? Was
Oh,
it his
yeah.
birthday party?
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes. That's
Chella
what-
with balls down in her breasts and, oh, I'm sorry, did I say that?
Balls that light up.
Balls that light up.
Yeah.
I think I got my butt squeezed a couple times.
Very interesting friends they have.
Yeah.
So, Body Mechanic,
Yes, Chella.
how was the rest of your week?
Uh, oh, it was really, really good.
How's your acting classes coming along?
Oh my God, I can't even really start to put in words how I'm feeling about it.
Why?
It's allowing me to. Well, when you go into acting, it's about being expansive in your world and being able to go into different experiences, you know, emotionally, and being able to come back to homeostasis, like doing extreme anger or extreme lust or extreme need and a bunch of different emotions simultaneously. It's like exercising your emotion cue. And it is therapeutic. It is uplifting. It's grounding. I come out of that class exhausted.
Mm.
I come out with revelations every time I go in. And sometimes when I hear the word therapy, I don't like how it sounds.
You think it's
But-
for weak people,
Not so much that,
needy people?
but I think that the way standard therapy is done, it's quite antiquated. But being able to get on the stage with different energies and interact and see how you interact with different people, I think that's real therapy. Because what we do is everything that we do is situational. Our relationships, our environment where we work, people we meet on the street, our encounters, and that's when you really find out who you are because you have some type of stimuli coming back. And
So do you feel that you've learned something about who the Body Mechanic is?
definitely, and I've been learning about what makes the Body Mechanic who he is because I never really thought, I've said things, but I'm understanding things about myself now, and I'm going back in time and looking at why I act the way I do, and one of the things that came out of it, and this is something that it's a very hot subject which we talked about. Like, you know, we want to do a black and white show, and we think that it's very provocative, but I think that it's very much needed, especially for people of color, and even for people who are Caucasians or, you know, the black and white separation is very real. It is an invisible veil, and it's something that people need to understand. And for someone who is not black to say, I understand how it is to be, and they can't. It's impossible. It is absolutely impossible. You can see someone having emotion, but to be reminded every day that you are something, I can't even put it in words. It's like having like a 400-pound knapsack on my back.
I think if we did that black and white show that we want to do, we may want to talk to the owners of Madhouse first because we're going to go in.
I can tell you something. Whether we do it here or do it somewhere else, I can tell you it's going to be the hottest thing going because it's going to scrape everybody's knees. Everybody's going to get scuffed up.
I can't wait.
Because people become a part of it and we just kind of throw it off on the back burner. But it's interesting because while I'm taking this acting class, what they're trying to get me to do is to act out in anger. And when you look at society and you look at people of color, a lot of times they're used as figures to intimidate and create fear to protect whatever it is, money or whatever. Every time you go to a club, you see a huge, humongous black guy. You see white people too that are huge, but most of the time, it's that big, dark, bald head.
That we're afraid of.
Right. So when people see me, it's funny because inside I feel gentle like a lamb, but people think that I'm like this killer. I mean, I'm capable of hurting people, but that's not how I'm wired. So what this class has done, every scene that I'm put in is a scene that wants me to show aggression and be angry and like use fear and get in their face and grab their shirt and pull them around.
But wait a minute. Do you think it's because you're a black male, or is it speaking of who your director is?
Part of it's because I'm a black male, I have a strong presence, right? But I'm docile in nature. I'm soft and gentle. And as I start to address why I'm like that and why is everyone trying to get me to be outside this tranquil environment that I've created for myself, I started going back in my history and started thinking about my life. So here I am, 30 years back, fast track back. I'm on a submarine. I'm with 160 men. I'm the only black man. I have a roommate who is from Texas who's never been around black people. He locks his bicycle to his bed because he thinks I'm going to steal it from him. He's looking at me when I come out of the bathroom because he thinks that I have a tail. I mean, look at the things I'm going through. So here I am
Wow.
on a submarine, right? It's submerged, and I have to act a certain way. I have to be in control. There are things that I hear, like people are saying things to me my whole life. You're not like those people that you look like. Like, how many times do you hear that before it starts to alter how
Oh,
you
they
feel?
tell me, Elisa, you speak so well. What does that mean?
But this is what's really crazy. We don't even hear that just from people that are non-colored. We hear that from people that have color too.
Our own people.
So we get poked and prodded all different ways. It's just really interesting that I'm able to be as tranquil and calm and love as much as I do, because ultimately that's what makes me feel good. So
So maybe we should save a lot of this information for our show.
you know, but it's really, I had a lot of emotional moments. I mean, I remember, I have stories. When I started taking these classes, I started going back in my life. And then after I did my monologue, I sat down and I started talking. I go, listen, you know, I remember one time I was in Washington, I was being chased by 15 skinheads. I remember being in Cocoa Beach, and I went to a club and I was dancing with these 3 white women, and 15 white guys approached me and wanted to beat me up. I remember walking into England in a pub, and I walked in and my buddies were already there, and 8 white guys came up to beat me up, calling me nigger and this and that. And I've had so many situations like that, but yet I trudge forward and I give love, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters,
That's right.
you know? But a lot of people are not strong enough to persevere through that. They get angry, they do act out, they get incarcerated, and it's like racism is really, really insidious. It's like slow-growing cancer. So a lot of times in situations I want to act a certain way, but I don't, because that's how they want me to act, I think.
There are consequences.
Am I going crazy? I don't know. But that's what it does. And we become a part of that soup. So it's just,
It's deep.
I think the show would be provocative. What do you think, Chella?
Yo, if we get the go-ahead, I'm on it.
You've been through some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You got tons. And you know, like when we go to a restaurant, because you just become aware of it. Like, I see a dude, I mean, he's a white guy. He's like what do you call those
Maitre
guys?
d'?
Yeah. He'll walk over to a table and he'll bring them wine, right? And like they'll go to the table next to us, they'll bring them wine, and he'll just walk past us.
Yeah,
And it's not that I want the wine. I just want to be treated the same way.
I hear you.
That's that veil. You know? I worked on Wall Street for 10 years. I was 10 times smarter than the guys in the office. But oh no, that stuff was never offered to me. I had to leave and create my own business to really get appreciated for what I bring to the table.
We could talk about this all day
Oh God,
long,
I feel
Body
my
Mechanic.
blood pressure going up.
Don't go there, Body Mechanic. We have some fun stuff coming up.
But you know I'm a lover.
Yes.
Yes.
Or, what kind of lover?
I love you, Chella.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you too. So, with that said, give us a call. We're going to have an interesting show today. We have
Yes.
2 beautiful women coming who are going to do some amazing things.
Yeah.
Give us a call. You're welcome to call in, join in, question us, whatever. We love you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And if you think the black and white show is going to be a good idea, say something.
We'll be right back.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful frame prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella.
And I am the very sensitive, powerful body mechanic NYC.
Yes, you are very sensitive and you're a very powerful body mechanic.
Very passionate.
Yes, you are.
Did you like what I was talking about?
Yeah, it's real. I agree. You know, we talk about this all the time. Absolutely. But what I want to share with you, body mechanic, is a few days ago, I had the opportunity to get together with 6 people that I went to school with. And they were people of color. We were the only people of color
You didn't tell me about this.
in this. No, I didn't. In the school that I attended, and out of the 6 of us, 5 are still living. And I got to tell you, body mechanic, the other 5, it was so sad and depressing to see them. They're all sick. They're all either on dialysis. They have terminal illnesses. They look like they recovered drug addicts. It brought tears to my eyes to see these people, and they're looking at me like I'm from Hollywood or something, and I'm not all that. You know, I have a lot of life in me, and I love to have fun. I love to laugh, but it was just so depressing to see these people, and they're looking at me like, Alicia, what are you doing? You know, they want to know what I'm doing to be so vibrant and so alive. I swear, I felt like I was in a funeral parlor.
Don't we talk about this all the time?
It was so sad.
That's why we have this show. Because
Oh my God, I couldn't
and
believe
we're
it.
going to see, I'm telling you, like, you know, I was talking about how I work with clients in the city. I have clients that I train that are in their late 60s or 70s, and they're upset because they're fit, they feel good, and their friends are dying off. I said, you have to understand, being healthy people are actually the minority. And that's why it's important to be in a community of people who are like-minded and move forward. Hopefully you can inspire people with that stuff. But that's the deal.
It was crazy.
I'm telling you, it looks like the land of the living dead.
So a few of them I talked about juicing and the other things that we do, and so a few of them are going to start juicing. Like I got a text this morning that one of the gentlemen bought all the ingredients.
You're so inspirational.
Oh, stop. And so he had juice this morning, and he said, I had it at 7 o'clock this morning. I feel like so much energy, just one time. So he's going to do it every day. He's like real excited.
Folks, it's really simple equation. pH of the soil, 6.4. pH of your cell, 6.5. We were designed to eat plants that grow from soil. Those minerals in the earth are the minerals that you need in your body. When you die and decompose, those minerals go back into the soil. It gets converted with mycelium, and then plants grow again, and then someone 100 years later will eat those plants, and you keep living on and on and on. It's really just that simple.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Juicing is powerful.
It is. I love it.
Look, when we work with people with cancer, you give them juice, and all of a sudden they're like
Alive.
alive.
It's really cool.
Hey, that's why when I touch plants, I start vibrating at the same frequency.
So, Body Mechanic, one of our beautiful guests have arrived.
Really?
Let's take a
Is
quick-
that who I see in the backdrop?
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
So take a
what's
quick break,
up?
And we'll be right back.
Yes, we will.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Stop the truck! Stop the truck! Thank you.
Dad, where do babies come from?
Well, there's Dad's big, shiny rocket ship. That's right, it's filled with babies of all kinds. And when the shiny rocket ship penetrates, Mommy and Dad goes, and when the time is just right, there's a space launch.
All systems go.
Babies of all kinds, released all over the place. Yeah, Africa. Mommy's Babylandia. That's right, it's filled with babies. After an amazing 9 months, babies. And that, son, is where babies come from.
But Jake said babies come from
Planet Babylandia.
Play with us on the bus.
wheels on the bus
Go round and round, round and round, round and round.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through
the town.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. I am the Body Mechanic NYC.
And my name is Chella. And we have a beautiful young lady with us right now. We have Jen. She is a soul plan reader.
That's correct.
Welcome to Body Shop TV, Jen.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Isn't
very
this
exciting.
That's awesome.
What does that mean?
Are you the first soul plan reader?
Well, there's others. There's others. I think there's only one other on Long Island. It's spread out across America and also in the UK. It's actually where I learned the system from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
do you become certified as a soul
Yep,
plan reader?
Yep,
Really?
I took a course through a series of events, which I can tell you about. But yeah, it's a course that I spoke with someone, and they taught me all about the vibrations and exactly what it is that I will be doing. And it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful, exciting journey that I've been on.
That's interesting.
Very exciting.
So how do you do a soul plan reading?
Okay, so basically what it is that I do is first we have to understand that everything is a vibration. Everything is energy. So when you speak a certain word or action, it will attach to another vibration and bring you an experience.
It also affects your body. You feel it.
Yes, well, each one of the vibrations that I'm going to go through for Chela is also will have physical manifestations too. It's all about energy and free-flowing energy throughout your body. We've come here to experience duality, and what these readings will do is help educate a person to see where they are functioning in the vibration that is attached to their name. So your original birth name, this is why I was asking you, the birth name that you were given, will bring forth certain people and experiences and life lessons consistent throughout your life, because that is a consistent vibration that you will have. So if you ever hear somebody repeating an experience and saying, I don't understand why this keeps happening over and over and over again, if they were aware of that vibration, they can therefore understand the lesson that they need to learn from that specific vibration.
That's why they keep hearing it.
Yes. What will happen is if you are in a relationship or have a certain experience that keeps coming to you, if you do not learn that lesson with that vibration, it will be brought to you with a different person and a different experience over and over and over again. And it is my belief system that if you do not learn it in this lifetime, you will learn it again in another lifetime, plus a whole other array of lessons. So I've come here to, part of what my plan is to do is to educate people on what these vibrations are, how to connect to your higher self, and really connect to your soul in this lifetime.
How long did it take you to do that?
A while. The reading itself, when I read somebody, it takes about an hour and a half. That's why I'm only going to I have yours too today. But if we don't have time, I know.
I feel like I'm resonating already. Hold on. I feel like I'm at 75 megahertz.
Well, let me give a little bit of a background on what this is. Frank Alber, who is the author of Discovering Atlantis, channeled this system. It's numerology, there are symbols, and there are also planet star signs. So astrology comes into play, so you have different energies that come together, that make up one vibration. There are 22 different vibrations that all of our souls can have, 7 of which we will have. They are then placed around the Star of David in varying positions. And then hopefully you reach your soul's destiny. So there are life challenges, there are talents, and there are goals, and there is your soul's destiny, which is what you really want to connect to have the best experience in this lifetime, as you know it. So my story started, 4 years ago. I've always been very intuitive throughout my life. But it wasn't the right timing. I had kids at an early age, at 17 and 22. Got married, would have some, intuition hits, premonition dreams, always knew things, had a deep sense of knowing when I met somebody, would talk about energy, In hindsight, I do now know it was the foundation of what I'm going to be doing, why I've had these experiences. Always very into the paranormal, the workings of the mind, all that fun, exciting stuff. And it was up until like 4 years ago, through a tragic event with my son. His friend was killed in front of him, and yeah, it was terrible. But that was the calling me back. My whole world shifted. It was a very traumatic experience that I went through. I started feeling things, seeing things, knowing things, having visitations. It was pretty intense. My husband will agree with that. It was very, very challenging. But from what I've learned is that it was all divine timing. It was like they were saying, Spirit was saying, okay, Jen, it's time for you now to come back, to start doing the work. You know, I went through all of my challenges with my family and my husband and what I needed to learn. We divorced, and my life completely changed. I essentially learned the lesson, but that's a whole other story with my first husband. So I had opened up, what we call awakened, where I started experiencing all these, sensations and feelings and all of that. And I had a dream, and in my dream, we all have guides. We all have spirit guides. Are you aware of that? Okay, I connected to yours.
A spirit guide?
Yeah, we have spirit guides. You have spirit guides that are with you throughout your life, from birth till you depart. And then you have different spirit guides that come in to help you with specific things that you are going through. And not to get diverted, but what I do before each one of my readings, I connect to your guides for a specific message for you. Whatever one wants to come forward that you need to hear from now will come forward. I also have been able to channel archangels that are working with you. Their vibration, they will come in energetically and tell me too what they're helping you with. So that has been an interesting twist. That this ability has manifested within the last couple of months. Again, it's just a progress of me stepping into my soul's destiny and things just happening. So just to go back on where this was brought to me, I had a spirit guide hand me a black book that had Hebrew symbols on the book. And I didn't know really what Hebrew was. I'm Catholic, so I just wasn't aware. So long story short, I took this information, I put it in my dream journal, and I just put it away, just made a note. It was a couple of months later, a woman approaches me in the bookstore, and I'm looking at a book, angel book actually, and she comes up and she's like, hi. She's like, I do soul readings. I think you should have a reading. So being that I've already seen the synchronicities of the signs and really paying attention to spirit and where they want to guide me, I just was like open to, okay, I'll go have a reading. I have my reading and I cried. It was everything I have ever felt deep down, just a soul recognition. There's nothing she said in there that I really did not resonate with. Things that she could not have known about me. My limited thoughts, because we all have limiting thoughts in life. And she said, you will be doing groups, you will be speaking of this, and you will be doing this. So lo and behold, she sets me up with this man, Roger Hansen, who's in England, and he sends me the book with all the vibrations, and it has Hebrew symbols. It's in Hebrew. So I knew right then and there that this was spirit and my soul aligning to what I came here to experience. So that's my story. That's what I'm doing. So it's been very, very successful. Anybody who nobody will come for a soul reading if they are not, let's say, I don't want to say awakened. It's not like going for a tarot reader where you get the micromanaging of, what you want to know right now. This is on a whole other level. These readings will connect you to your higher self. They will open you up. They will awaken you. They will connect you to your soul. If you have any spiritual abilities, they will come out in this reading. So I have had people call me back a year later and say, you know what, Jen, I didn't believe you when you said I was going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and here I am.
Wow.
I'm doing it. So
let me ask you a question, Jen.
Sure.
Is this all that you do?
Is this all that I do?
Yes.
I mean, I do other work. I'm an esthetician.
Okay.
Which is all part of it, too. I do mediumship readings as well. I do
Medium shift?
Mediumship.
Oh.
I will connect to people's loved ones that passed over. We do. It's just that's a little bit. What I have found when I started opening up and having all these abilities, you and I share one of the highest vibrations that is possible in this chart in the highest spot in the soul's destiny. So I have many spiritual abilities, and I've been shown many abilities. But it's something that I have to work on. Some people will just be really strong in mediumship. I have seen, I've had visitations of people who've crossed over, come into my house. If I'm working on a client, they've come through. I've had souls come to me before they have passed to give me information, and they've contacted me. I've seen things happen before they've happened, dreams, a wide number. Starting to do Reiki, so that's part of, healing and spiritual ability as well.
How does your husband view your practice?
Well, that's an interesting dynamic. I've done his soul reading, so I can understand where he's coming from in certain aspects. Everybody that is placed in your life is for a lesson. Your parents, anything you've experienced, whether it's divorce or death, it is to teach you very valid lessons. You've decided before you've, have been incarnated who your parents are going to be, who your children are going to be, who your spouses are going to be, and so on and so forth. So I understand at a deeper level the lessons that I'm learning from him and that he is learning from me. So it's been very interesting. I'll be honest, it's been tough because I went from being one way one day and completely different the next, and it was very challenging for me as well. So this is really how I feel the divine worked with me. They pretty much broke me down on every level a human could possibly be broken down.
It's almost like being reprogrammed.
Yes, it's being reborn. That's exactly right. Every fear, every insecurity, every challenge, every limiting belief, to hell and back, I have faced things. And I have come to really understand it is the breaking down of me as the old person, and now it is rebuilding to connect to my soul and to connect to the divine.
Rebirth.
A complete death and rebirth, which is in my vibration. So when I am going through this death, I understand that there's going to be a rebirth that comes from it, and that really does give me much strength, because what I have gone through was pretty intense. I went through thinking I was losing my mind, being paranoid, just physically ill, physically and mentally ill. And what has happened is, what teacher has actually told me, when men, they go to war and they earn their badges of honor. How do they do that? You have to go to war in order to do that. So to become enlightened and to be fully connected to...
you got to go through the storm.
You have to go through the storm, and that's what my last 4 years have been like. But I can feel the shift now. Within the last couple of months, there has been an absolute shift, and I know what is coming for me in the future. So much so that I'm so honored and grateful to be here, but I understand that when you step into your role of what you came here to achieve, the universe will provide.
It's powerful. It comes from all sides.
It really does. It is, and when you're so aware of it and so tuned in, to know the guidance that you have on the other side, that you're being so supported every single day, it's just amazing.
It's overwhelming, actually.
It's very overwhelming. It is life-changing. You know, they say once you become awakened, you will never go back.
No, you
to
can't.
not. You
That
can't.
person's gone.
It's, yeah. So it's really working with these energies that I've now been, accepting. A lot of it was, I was resisting the change, which is part of my vibrations that I have. And the more I learn to let go and have faith, it is all about faith. Everything I've gone through, even though as challenging it has been, it's been beautiful. I mean, I'm sitting here with you two right now. I've met the most amazing people every day. Every day, people are brought to me, and I have conversations that are just, they're so deep. My relationships are just so, amazing.
It's awesome.
They're not esoterical, they're deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very deep.
So Jen, how long will it take you to read your findings on me?
How much time do we have?
Well, I'm asking because I may want to go to commercial first
Oh,
and then
sure.
bring you back on.
Yes.
And if our other guest doesn't show up, then you can do body mechanic.
Okay.
Sound good?
I'm feeling my avocado start to vibrate.
Oh, if he gets if he gets lost, your other guest. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool
I
beans?
I brought it just to prepare,
All
just
right.
in case.
Awesome. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hogshair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists, that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Ou aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella.
And I am the Body Mechanic NYC.
And we have the beautiful Jen, the soul planner. I'm so excited. So, Jen, do your thing.
Okay. So, before I even look at a person's soul plan, when I put your name in and it calculates the vibrations that you have, I connect to your angels and your guides. So I got some interesting information for you. First I saw the balloon. they showed me a balloon, which is what I was asking you when I texted you, because that to me represents either a birthday, a celebration of some sort. I also felt like very exciting new things coming in for you. Actually, like the vibration is so strong, you feel it. This is what your guides were telling me, that you feel this vibration. So a lot of good stuff coming in for you. And please, give me feedback if this is correct, if you resonate with this, if this makes sense.
Okay.
Brightest sunshine. I always try to connect energetically to you to really see, like they describe you to me. So very bright, happy, water's calming for you, being out in nature, that sort of thing. But very fun, very elegant. I actually got an Egyptian spirit guide for you. Very elegant, classy, but strong-willed. And you get these features from her. This is what she's helping you with. So you will resonate within the same vibration energy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these traits you get from her. Your heart is like a child's heart. Okay. Fun, young, vibrant energy, silly, very caring. Okay. You take people into your circle and you nurture them. Then that's when the vibration of something new is coming in for you. I feel like also there's like a rebirth happening for you as well. Does that make sense to you? Now, we also, along with our spirit guides, like I was saying before, you have spirit guides that are with you through birth to death, and then you have other spirit guides that will come in. I sometimes will feel the vibration change when I am going through something, and will have names or what they look like coming in and telling me what they're helping me with. There were also animal totems. Have you ever heard of animal totems? Okay. I got the tiger animal totem for you right now, and I'm going to read off what that means as well. I have actually an app on my phone that I will do. The number 7 too. Is there anything with the number 7 with you? Does that mean anything to you? Okay, so what I want to do too, maybe during break, see what your life path number is as well. Do you know what your life path number is? Okay, because I got the number 7. So I'm
Light path or life path?
Life path.
Life, L-I-F-E.
Yes. This is just more information of what, like if you have an astrology reading, you will have that information coincide with the soul plan reading. It won't not make sense to you. So the tiger energy, I had to write all this down because it was a lot of information. It takes about a half hour, 45 minutes when I do this reading, when I connect, depending on how much information, what's going on around you. So every person has an animal totem. You receive strengths and lessons. They come in to help you teach with that. The tiger is a very powerful and protective totem. It is associated with water. Do you like water?
Love it.
Okay. So this I found very interesting, how it backed up with what I was getting before with the water, that you liked being around the water. If you go to the beach, it's just very calming for you. Healing. So the tiger represents, water, healing, the gentle flow in actions. It is the energy of the tiger is an uplifting force that helps you release your emotional body from its mental cage. So you can probably understand why this totem is now in and around you, this energy. So to help release that mental cage, it will teach you to walk in life with inner strength and confidence, determination, action, the ability to be in the now. She helps you with the power and the courage to follow through, and your plans are very successful, okay, because of her tactics, okay, so that's a good thing to have. It also symbolizes motherhood and sexuality as well, okay. freedom, okay, freedom, energy of passion, okay. Then the other interesting thing that started coming in at that time was a lily flower. Now, these are just symbols that I get, and then of course my curious mind always wants to know. It's the double Scorpio in me that I need to know the inner workings of everything. I always research what this symbol could mean possibly for you. The lily flower is Greek lore associated with birth. Now remember, I was saying that one of your guides is Egyptian too. So a symbol of motherhood, it is a symbol of birth too. Now the other interesting thing that Archangel Gabriel started to come in at that time. I heard his name, and I understand he is all about communication, getting the voice out, which your chart is full of communication vibrations. So
Are you paying attention by me?
I sure am.
So another thing too that he helps with is that if you are in a new direction, going in a new direction or not sure of the direction that you are going, he helps with that too. Now another interesting too about the lily flower is that Mother Mary holds a lily flower like in a vase, which her picture. So I don't know if that's something that Mother Mary resonates with you, but okay, so Archangel Gabriel also holds and hands Mother Mary this lily flower. He was the one who told her of her birth that she was going to have. So he does announce those types of messages, which is the communication. So it was very interesting how they kind of like backed each other up when I started looking symbolically what the meaning was for you. I pulled cards on you, which is why I was texting you about the direction, because I really felt like there was a new direction or an indecision, whether it's in your personal life or in your business life, that is energetically around you right now, feeling boxed in at times, maybe even self-doubt at times, a new beginning. I got lots of new beginnings with you. New relationships, new career, not new career, but expanding career. Many options with that to really go within, which I think is what's been happening, is that you're starting to really start to go within and do the meditations and really connect to yourself for that intuition of where you need to go, or the decisions, any indecisions that have been presented to you recently. And also with a contract, there is some type of a delay or a separation of some sort, whether it's personally or business. Okay, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that is just something that is in the hopes and fears. When I did the Celtic Cross, it's in the position of the hopes and fears. So maybe if you're afraid of like a contract not going through or a separation. But the outcome is wonderful for you. Many possibilities, just to make sure that all these opportunities that are coming to you, to be aware and to look through everything that's coming to you. Does that make sense? Okay. So that was the connection with your cards that I did. The messages that I got from your guide was that any past hurts or angers that you had, you've gained strength from them, okay? Don't allow them to harden your spirit. You give people second chances to see the beauty that they have to offer. Their lessons are your lessons too, okay? Always be compassionate, and that will help set you free, okay? You're a hard worker, you wanting to reach your goals, you set a goal and you achieve your goal. You have great drive and great passion for the things that you want. Happy and upbeat. That's when Gabrielle actually came in, that you have a voice to be heard. That's what his exact message. But not only for yourself, but for others too, okay? You have chosen this path. It's like a leadership, and you will lead and guide. So that was the connection that I got. So does that resonate with you? And and without going to.
I actually had a meeting on. I had a meeting on Tuesday morning.
Oh, okay.
A very big meeting.
Okay.
That will change my life.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, because that was a very.
But I don't know the outcome.
Yeah.
And I won't know until probably next week.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to keep me posted because the outcome I feel is really going to be a very positive. You've been waiting for this, and the universe is setting these things up for you. That's that whole vibration of this new and big and exciting path for you and this rebirth. I really honestly feel like there is some type of rebirth going on within you and around you too. So that will back up actually with what you were saying. So, and the celebration too.
You know, you text me about balloons, and the only celebration that I experienced was the body mechanic and I just had a 1-year anniversary celebration this past Sunday.
Yeah.
We had it here actually.
Oh,
We honored about 8 people. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But what I want to share with you is I had a Native American friend many years ago. I was very close with him, and he showed me my totem was the bear. He gave me the bear claw in a pouch and said the bear, the bear and the black crow are my totems.
Yeah.
So for you to say it's the tiger was very surprising.
Because that is, again, remember I was saying before about you can have spirit guides that come in at different times. You will also have animal totems that come in at different times. When I first opened up, my husband was there. I didn't know until years later what this exactly meant. I thought it was just the craziest, coolest experience. We were driving down the road at 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was a white owl on the road as we drove towards it.
Wow.
Now, where on Long Island do you see a white owl
right
on the road? So we were just like, oh, wow, do you see this? Like, are you like, do you really see what I'm seeing kind of thing? It wasn't until I opened up and really fully understood that represented me spiritually opening. If you look up the definition of what an owl means, it's all about intuition and becoming awakened. It came to me to tell me that this was going to be my path and this was what's happening. So I've had my lifetime totem is a bear too, as well. But you will have different ones energetically coming in through different times throughout your life, just like spirit guides will come in. I've had 3 with me that I know their specific functions, and I know when they come in, and I know when I'm getting the information, like who's giving it to me and what they're helping me with. Then at different times, like I was saying before, you will have other ones come in. If you're going through a divorce or something that's really trying, you're grieving over, you can have another one come in that's going to help you, give you that strength. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So I have a couple of things that have been tormenting me lately that I have to make a decision on. And so I'm dealing with that. And
okay. Well, that was the indecision card that I got for you. Because they showed me 2 paths. You know, which way do I go?
Right.
So that's why I texted you, you know, because when I get this information, I just want to call the person up like right away and be like, okay, I can't wait. I like a little kid, you know, I can't wait. Yeah, I get so excited. So let's go through some. Do we have to take a break or?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I give each reader at the end of the session a written report. I tell people this is a past, present, future reading. You will see where you have resonated and have had experiences in the past and the present and the future. It is when you are armed with this knowledge, you can change your manifestations. If you understand what is happening and what this person is here to teach you in that situation, you therefore can change how you react. You react differently, you get a different situation or ending outcome with that. So I always tell them that you could look at this. You can break karma ties too, by the way. I've cut off a karmic tie that I have with my ex-husband because of this information that I had. If I didn't have this information, I would have not reacted the way I did to stop something that could have potentially escalated into a bad situation. So I tell people that this is where having this report to look at, if for the future is going to be very helpful. So you don't have to record it and be like, okay, do I have to go back, 45 minutes and try and locate it? You get the information and you have it. The Star of David is a triangle. If you look, there's a triangle going down, there's a triangle going up. The ones that are going down are all your worldly challenges, your talents, and your goals. And the ones that are going up represent your spiritual challenges, your spiritual goals, and your talents and your goals to step into the soul's destiny. Your first vibration was the 5 vibration, okay? It is, when you get this report too, you will see that it looks like a little fetus. It is somebody who is constantly going through changes and growth. It is associated with, there's a quality that's associated with each vibration, is speech. Very pioneering with this vibration. It is the softer female high vibration too, very articulate. So it's all about communication and speech with you. Could be very intuitive. This might be more so at a younger age, but not so aware with this. Very assertive, okay, with this vibration as well. Articulate, visionary. It's a high vibration, like I was saying before, and somebody, again, who's always going through the changes and growth. It is, every vibration has a positive and a negative. That's the polarity we come here to experience. So sometimes with this vibration, you could be oversensitive because it is a sensitive vibration, because it is a high vibration. It's really, with this vibration, is to learn to balance between, if you are over assertive or under assertive. It is all about coming in and learning that balance. So if you are really assertive and like, hey, and can be too much so, you need to learn to balance that for yourself. Does that make sense? Okay.
Doesn't that make sense, Body Mechanic?
I see him look going like that. 2, also, we were talking about before, when you have energy blockages, this is like part of the work I do as well with the chakras. When you have a blockage, it can manifest into a physical ailment. Let's say if somebody is not speaking up for themselves, they can have sore throats, issues with the throat, because that throat chakra is blocked off. Okay. This one is associated with the right foot. You are very assertive, you are pioneering, you'll want to step forward, you want to move forward. But if there is something that is holding you back, if you are under assertive, you can actually have manifestations with the right foot. It could be anything. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It's just that's what, I always tell people, if you, let's say you stub your toe and it's on your right foot, and then you walk out of the, go outside and somebody runs over your foot, and it's the right foot. You really need to start to take a look at what it is with this vibration that you're not doing. So therefore that can not manifest anymore for you. So that really is with the challenge of this vibration, is that balance again. It is adjusting to if you're over assertive or under assertive, just to balance. The next one we go to is, and actually Lloyd has this too, Body Mechanic has this too. You have the 6-6 vibration. This is when you were talking about light. You take in the light and you spread out the light. This is very interesting because you two are very creative. This is the most creative vibration that is in the entire chart. Okay, so, and it doesn't always have to be that, sewing. It could be with thought. It is the symbol, when you look at the chart, it's a symbol of like a convertible knot. Many thoughts going on in the head at once with this vibration, and it could be overwhelming for some as well. And again, it's going to be that balance aspect too. So many creative thoughts coming in, a million thoughts coming in all the time. It is a spark of an idea. It goes down into the heart center and then comes out to manifest. So I'm sure you guys know, when you get a very creative idea, when it feels really good in your soul and in your heart, it manifests. And you have that ability. You both have this. So you have it in your talents, your worldly talents. So everything that you're doing in your worldly, with your business and all of that, this is where this vibration is pulling in to set that up for you. If I can just go right here to Lloyd, you have it in the same spot.
Yeah.
It is somebody who has Zen-like concentration too. When you get your focus on something, you have that Zen-like to able to achieve it. The polarity or the negative or challenging aspect of this vibration is not to push other people aside. You know, sometimes you can be like that Taurus, stubborn, straight through. I am so focused. This is what I want, and people and things can get pushed aside. You're smiling because you're like, I know where this is coming from. Yep, check, I understand that. This is a great position to have this. It's a very practical vibration, and you will achieve what you put your mind to. So that's really good as well. And again, like I said, the challenge with this one is going to be just, if you're becoming too focused on something, and you just have to be careful of not pushing other people aside when to achieve your goal. The next vibration, I wanted to make another note too. When there are two or more of the same vibrations in your chart, that means your soul chose to really focus on that vibration in this lifetime, okay? You actually have one that you and I share. It's very interesting, your chart. I love your chart. Is the 11-2 vibration. The 11-2 vibrations are the energies of structure. You will take and make a structure out of something. Physical building, what you're doing here, or emotional too. That's where that energy is coming through. You literally taking something and making a physical or emotional structure, which you do both within your career. It is also a polarity lesson of death to life. It is learning to let things go. You have it in two spots, so this might be a little bit more challenging for you too. It is somebody who, what I've experienced, the death of myself and the rebirth. It's spiritually dying. People even will have near-death experiences under, not that you will, but if somebody does experience a near-death experience, it will be because of this, and they will come up, and be reborn. It is I love this vibration because it is a above average, very highly logical, analytical mind, which is what I was saying before. I'm very analytical, very logical. You can see the truth. You take the BS out of everything and just get to what is the real cause. Okay, so it's really channeling like that high levels of truth. Comes so naturally for you. So that's a great quality to have, especially in business and relationships as well. Have to be careful of dependency with this too. And it can be codependent, alcohol, it can be on a person, it could be on material things. It's letting go. It's learning to learning
Why are
to
you laughing?
let
Nothing.
things
I had
go.
a piece of pollen on my nostril.
Oh, okay.
Itching.
I wonder if that wasn't sure. Like, oh yeah, okay. It's really learning to discover your own truth with this one. It is seeing yourself. It's a little bit of a self-worth vibration. Seeing yourself as successful as you really are, as beautiful as you really are. Really, really captivating that. Really seeing yourself for the truth that you are. So it's a very transformative energy too, as well. And there's that, remember I was saying before with you doing your energy and reading your energy, like I really felt like there was this like death to rebirth that you're going through right now. So that's very interesting. The challenges with this is, again, you can have ups and downs with moods with this, and the codependency. The goals with this is that you are really here to make a mark on society, have a lasting effect on people's lives, to be that creation of a structure that is going to assist in helping with other people with the changes that they're going through. Your soul pushes you to this achievement, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So the next one we go to, I think, We did your worldlies. Okay, so we did your spiritual. Your spiritual talents. Okay, your spiritual talents. This is I like this vibration. I don't have this vibration, and I actually wish I did. It is, when you look at the symbol of it, it looks like a snake. So it is somebody who is very powerful, very resistant, very protective. It is a very powerful vibration too. It's the strongest vibration that you can have in the chart. It's also a catalytic, which means it will strengthen all the rest of the vibrations around you. It is associated with hearing. You can develop clairaudience from this vibration. If you really start tapping into the spiritual aspect of things, you can really receive your message through clairaudience. It is associated with the sun, the Leo, that very powerful, protected vibration. With very stable, very organized with this vibration too. A healer. Great mediums hold this vibration, okay? And great healers. Do you do any of that? Have you ever thought about doing any of that type of work, channeling?
I do body work. I do Reiki.
Oh, okay. Well, here, this is, okay. This is because of this vibration that you are able to access that. Do you get clairaudient messages, like when you do Reiki on people? Okay. All right. So you resonate with this and understand it. It's a very stable, deep belief within yourself, too. And I just want to go back on that 6 vibration, too. That is radiating and bringing in the light and putting the light out. Because you were saying during commercial break how you really feel that coming through you. Yep. So yeah, that is associated with bringing in the light and sharing it out, too. This energy, you have to... Some people with this vibration could have been in relationships with somebody who tried to disempower them. I usually see a lot of this with like spouses or, boyfriends and girlfriends, like that kind of thing. Like they really just try to disempower you, and it's really you learning to take back your power in a sense. The left kidney with this one, not trusting your own intuition and your own filtering. So that could be, if you're not really following through it, that you can, if you do acupuncture, that might be a system that's a little weakened for you as well. Acupuncture is great. Do you do acupuncture? Okay. That really helps with keeping the chi energy flowing too. I go all the time with my energy issues that I have. Okay, so the next one we go to is the spiritual goals. I also want to make a note. Go back onto the 9-9 vibration. Again, that's a peacemaker, stable vibration. Serve and you will be served. Okay, that's really the most important with that vibration. You are spiritually protected. Have you ever second-guessed you being not protected when you do your spiritual work? Yeah, so you already just know it, that it's not even a question in your mind. Mm-hmm. So this is why I always wished I had this vibration, because that was part of my challenges, knowing that I was protected. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I work on every day, as I open up, making sure that I'm protected. You already have that within you. This vibration, too, is very strong, so it can be tough on the physical body, too. And it can manifest in overweight, underweight. I've seen men with this vibration constantly, like breaking their bones or, having surgeries and stuff like that, because it's such a powerful vibration. Learning to eat right, the juicing and what we were saying before, really taking care of your body, because it is such a strong vibration. You actually have this one too in your soul's destiny. Yeah. So the spiritual goals that you have is the 20. I really like this vibration too. It's the 22-4 vibration. If you look at the symbol, it is the divine within. It is totality, completeness, being complete on the inside. It is also the polarity lesson of grace to ugliness. So you can experience those extremes in your life where you just see the ugliness, but you can also see the beauty too, which is a beautiful thing. This too is all about communication, this vibration too. So you have quite a few vibrations in your name that are linked to communication. So you getting the word out, bringing people in and getting that word out is really that you're driven with that. So that's a great quality to have, especially when you're helping people. So the strength is found in the mouth, and that is where the communication aspect comes in. And it's really self-containment. It's, all directions of yourself coming in. If you look, it's a circle and the divine and a triangle, which represents bringing in all those aspects of oneself, mind, body, and spirit come into one. This is in your spiritual goals. So this represents like why I was getting that death to rebirth for you, because I really feel now you going within and doing that work that this is going to start happening for you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so creative energy too with this one. It is the portal of creation. So now you have the 6th vibration in your talents where you have all this creation, and now you have it in this aspect too. So now you have 2 vibrations coming in that are a portal for creation. So it's very wonderful to have with business or any direction that you want to go in, that now you know that what you want to create, you can manifest. So that will give you now the strength behind you. If you weren't feeling too like, okay, I don't know what to do here, if it feels good, do it. Do it, because you're going to be backed up, okay? You're stepping into that vibration. They will bring it to you. So this is a wonderful thing to have. It really resonates with all is light. So, here of total service for others. And that's in many, many situations for you as well. You can transform. You can transform yourself and the others. And you're doing it with, even having me here today, it's all part, we're all linked. It's wonderful. Very powerful with the speaking too. So it's a great trait to have. Your soul's destiny is pretty intense. It's my soul's destiny as well. It is the highest vibration in the chart that one can have. And being that it's in this position, which is the soul's destiny in the middle of the chart, the 10-1 vibration, what I was saying, is the highest vibration, okay? It is even sometimes having difficulty being in the 3rd dimension. I don't know if you ever felt like that, where you just feel like you can really just go right up into, the other dimensions very easily, which you probably experience when you do Reiki too. You can bring that right in. I resonate with this because I have a couple high vibrations in my chart. So sometimes it's being here and on Earth, it's like, it's a little challenging. A lot easier for me just to go into the spiritual. So I actually have to learn to balance. This vibration is all about balance. It is the yin and yang balance. It is male energy and female energy coming into blending, the complete blending of those 2 energies. When I was younger, I was resonating more in the male energy. I was very tomboyish. I had all guy friends. I was not in the female energy except for my looks and my, my private parts. But I then switched and started feeling more of the feminine energy. And what's happening now is I can feel that absolute blending of the 2. It is the quality that's associated with this as work. Work, work, work. Constantly working on relationships, constantly working on yourself, working on your spiritual abilities too. Essentially, no one worldly talent, because you are here to be of service. And now you have 2 vibrations, your 22-4 vibration, which is to be of service, and now your soul's destiny is to be, be served. You will be served. As I serve, I will be served. There is a significant level with this vibration to constantly be in the spiritual and working on the spiritual and your abilities with this. Many different abilities, which was what I was saying before, how I have been shown different types of abilities. It is to master yourself in this lifetime. That's the work. So I understand this, and that again, when I was saying before, being completely broken down and then rebuilding to master your mind. It is all about conscious mastery of your mind and coming into full soul awareness in this lifetime. And you have the spiritual goals where that brings in that completeness and that totality. So these are very high vibrations that you have. Again, it's really just connecting with your soul and being of service of other. The challenging or the negative, attributes of this could be self-critical, can be insecure at times. Even as a healer, not sure, or being critical or having insecurities about some of the abilities, that you are the healer and whatnot. So really that would be feeling alienated, feeling different at times, and insecure can be part of this vibration as well. So this vibration too, do you connect to the archangels at all? Do you resonate with one more than the other?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Archangel Michael is associated with this vibration. Works hand in hand with this vibration too. So some people, like when I started opening up my path, I started getting all these synchronicities about Archangel Michael. Do you ever see anything like sparkles or anything like that? Okay, Claire, okay. I've actually seen different colors, and I know it sounds crazy sometimes when people who aren't on this path.
It doesn't sound crazy.
Yeah. We're like, what are you seeing, sparkles? But yeah, there were many occasions where if I was speaking to someone whose loved one had passed over, I would see a certain color, gold sparkles, and when I looked into it, it's actually the archangel that helps with grieving people or souls that have crossed over. Archangel Michael's colors are of like a bright blue, a very vibrant blue.
Body shop blue?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, like their pillow that you're on right now. But I just wanted to make that, that notation that, this is, he is associated with this vibration. So some people, when they learn this, they're like, oh yeah, he's the one I pray to, or I've had these experiences, and so on and so forth with that. So really, your soul's destiny is taking the highest parts of yourself and putting it into the spiritual aspect. It is heaven on earth. It's creating that. Coming from that place of inner knowingness, connecting to your soul, and really creating that heaven on earth for you. Really, as a whole, like a soul purpose summary is to master yourself in this lifetime. Offering your talents to be of service to others is the integral part of this journey. And when you do that, that will nourish your soul. So that is your soul's reading. Do you have any questions?
No, that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I do want to say something. You mentioned something about communication, voice, throat, chakra. When I was young, I always got sick with tonsillitis, to a point where my mom was getting ready to take my tonsils out.
Yeah.
I eventually grew out of it. And even
did you learn to speak up? Were you?
I was very withdrawn, very shy when I was young.
Yeah.
And I had a life-changing experience when I was sent to live with my aunt in Kentucky. And I became a different person. I became a lot more assertive, a lot more confident of myself because of the environment that I was in. And coming back home, I was different. I didn't get sick anymore in my throat.
Yes.
And
well, there is that karmic, there is that.
And it's funny that you keep mentioning communication, because the Body Mechanic and I have a radio show, communicating with people. We have a TV show.
Yeah.
I had a magazine. So I've always had a desire to be a voice to other people.
And it can be in many different areas, like you were saying. It could be writing, it could be channeling, it could be public speaking. So that's very, See, when you hear all these vibrations, you will be able to be like, now I know, that's where I'm getting that from. And again, it just, when you have the knowledge, if you are, you are doing your work. You've done obviously a lot of inner work to get to where you are today. You know, so if somebody is not having the success or the repetitive lesson, if they have this knowledge, they therefore can change their soul. I mean, honestly, you can change not your soul's destiny, you can really step into your soul's destiny and create the life that you intended to have. But that's interesting because you can see when you were younger that the situation that you had and then switched over, you know, going to your aunt's house had helped bring this vibration into the positive attribute. So now you can start to see the people that were being brought in and the circumstances that you had, what you came here to experience. So it's very interesting. It's very exciting to be able to, you know, tell people about this. I have the communicate, obviously, because I talk a lot. I have a communication vibration in my name as well, and many others, but it's very helpful. It's definitely been very, very helpful having this information.
Jen, you've done a lot of work, and I appreciate you going through all of this.
Thank you for having me here.
Tell our listeners how they can reach you.
Okay, so I do have a website, but you can contact me through mindbodyandspirit3@hotmail.com or mindbodyandspirit3.vp.net.
Any phone number?
Yes, 631-553-3836. You can also look up Soul Plan on the internet, and that will link you to my website or to my webpage as well.
Great. We're going to take a quick break right now, and maybe you can do an abbreviated reading for the body mechanic.
Sure.
Because I'm very curious to see what you found on him. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC. The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV.
Radio, TV.
I am the body mechanic NYC.
Welcome back. My name is Chella, and we have the beautiful Jen, the
Soul Plan Reader.
Soul Plan Reader. She just gave me a whole mouthful of who Chella is.
Planage.
Who Chella was, who Chella is, and who Chella's going to become. I thought it was very interesting. So why don't you share a little bit of what you have about the body mechanic? We have a few minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to talk really fast.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Okay. So your first vibration that came up was the 7 vibration. I have this one as well. This is a magnetic vibration. This is, if you look at the vibration, I brought your chart for you, there are 3 links. It's the Trinity. It is unity. It is bringing people together and uniting. Okay, so groups, bringing people together. It is the networking vibration. It's the action vibration. So you want something done, you'll do it in a nanosecond. You just, if you have an idea, it's like, okay, all right, doing this, I got to go there, I got to get this person. If anything that needs to get done, people can go to you because you're going to follow through. So this is a great energy to have. I share this one as well. This is to seeing all sides of the story. My daughter always used to say, when she would tell me of an argument with her friends, you're always taking her side. No, I'm not. I'm able to see your influence in it and theirs, and you can come up upon a decision. It's like the judge.
That's so funny. That's just what I say all the time.
Yeah, all the time. I do the same thing.
I'm feeling really naked right now.
A little vulnerable?
Yes.
This is all positive stuff. Okay, so these are the networkers. This is the Solomon, the judge. You can come up any hard decision and make a decision. It is very adaptable, very magnetic, catalytic, versatile vibration, also logical, and you will affect major change in people's lives with this vibration as well. This is the lesson of isolation. So there are times that you might want to just kind of go and be by yourself and do the meditation and kind of just like withdraw a little bit. So it's the energy of isolation a little bit. But it's if you're doing it
that's exactly what I do.
Yeah. So I do too. I'm very outgoing. I'm a very outgoing person, but I need my space. I need to be left alone.
I need to charge.
Yes, recharge. Meditation has been key for me with this vibration. So it's really the energy of isolation. It's really letting go of any control too. So there's a control.
Can you say that one more time?
Letting go of control, and it can be on a unconscious level too. Okay.
Wow. I need some more bipolar right now.
The next vibration, because I don't know how much time we have, but I'll just talk as fast as I can, is water and wisdom. It is the divine female energy with this. Okay. This is
interesting?
Vibrations of what?
Nothing.
Is this making sense?
No, it's crazy because I'm taking acting classes, and when I went in and met the teacher, that's just what she said to me.
Really?
Because everyone is saying that I am right in the middle. Mm-hmm. I have equal parts of both.
Yeah.
And I've always known that.
Yeah. Well, you take the male energy and the female energy, and this is where this vibration comes in for you, because it is the divine vibration. It is the mothering, the unconditional love vibration. This is where this comes in, and it's in your talents. This is the foundation for people who need it. The foundation for people who need unconditional love. So it is a very positive, very spiritual vibration. It is, it's just an absolute energy of love, bringing in the light and sharing that out and being that unconditional beacon for people as well. Mother, like I was saying before, the divine mother vibration. The next one we go to is, is the 8 vibration. This right here is a big achievement, to acknowledge your worthiness in the world. It is the energy of elements. This is where you get connected to the earth. This is what you were saying before, which I just kind of smiled when you said this. People with this, my husband has this vibration. You have to be outside. You just love being outside all the time. Animals, the trees, the park, everything that has to do with nature and being outside.
That's the body mechanic.
Naturally gravitate to. This is where you connect. Yeah, there you go. My husband too, I laugh at this all the time because he has this vibration, and he's outside all the time, sun up to sundown in the summertime. It is the strongest vibration in the chart with that. It is very highly analytical, very logical, can be very empathetic, nurturing, open-hearted, very adaptable, big for success potential in this in the chart. It is can have a high degree of emotional sensitivity too, and that can be in the positive and or the negative aspect too. It's living in the head too at times. That analytical, that thinking, that mind, being stuck in the mind with that, learning to really let that go, that aspect. The heart could be closed initially and then will open up. Because you're living in the head. So, yeah, such a great, strong vibration to be, out in the elements and drawing in that energy. Probably shamanism. Do you do, anybody ever told you anything about that?
Well, I definitely have a draw to go that way.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. That's why I'm bringing that up.
Yeah, and situations keep coming up to take me.
Yep. And it will until you step
through.
That's that synchronicity that you will start seeing, repeated, that you can't. This is what I tell my husband. When I opened up, it was like, okay, 1 or 2 coincidences is one thing.
All the time,
every day is just, you can't deny it. And it's been 4 years of every single day. There is not a day that goes by that I do not get messages from my spirit guides, or, even it could be to the magnificent, just big, or to go back into your house because your daughter left her keys in the car and the house is going to be locked. Like as simple as that, which has happened. It happened to me the other day, and I'm very happy, thankful for that. So paying attention and feeling them just grab you and pull you, and to step on through. When you step through, you'll know you're home. So I definitely feel that for you. The drumming. I definitely get drumming with you. Do you drum? What do you do with drums?
No, we do drumming circles and stuff. But yeah.
You do drumming circles?
Yeah,
okay.
We do that, and
I want to come to one of your drumming circles because one of my main guides is a Native American. So and I was that in a past life. So it makes sense why I've always been drawn to Indians and stuff like that. But I've been looking for a drumming circle for the last 2 years now.
Yeah, we had one with our last touch sensorium.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let me know afterwards about that, because I have a couple people who are interested in doing that too.
No, Cheryl and I did ayahuasca a few times, and I wanted Cheryl to experience it, and she did it, and it was just really...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it connects you. Yeah. The vibration is just very strong. So that's good. The 9 vibration, Actually, I want to go into your 4 vibration. I have this one as well. This is the energies of abundance. Okay, you have it in your spiritual challenges, but it's really learning the flow of abundance. So it could be at times seed to desolation, like barren to fruitful, like you feel like you might not have anything going on or money's coming in, and then an explosion. So I've experienced the ups and downs with that. It's really a great, I have it in 2 aspects of the chart. It is bringing abundance into your life. This is the energy of duplication. You can take in a system and duplicate it out. Okay, it is, again, the energies of abundance. It is a radiant energy, like sun energy. So being outside, again, now you got 2 elements. You had the 8 vibration. You get your energy from the sun. Like I used to say to my husband, like on a cloudy day, my energy is zapped. If the sun comes out and I go outside, I'm like a flower. I really do need the energy from the sun. So that's just something you gravitate to.
How many times I said I need to go be in the sun?
Yeah. Yeah. So because you pull from that and that energy. Very highly intellectual, with this vibration. It is also can affect your sinuses too. So I don't know if you've had sinus issues at all in the past, but if you're not flowing, it can affect the sinus issues, cavity with this. It is also associated with self-worth. It's definitely a self-worth, learning really to be that achiever with this. But again, it is such a positive vibration to have. It is can also be isolation with this as well. So you have 2 vibrations where you kind of just go within a little bit and might want to retract and get away from people. Great self-confidence.
It's so funny you say that because I do disappear.
Yeah.
And because I'm on all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I forget, like, she has to keep me focused.
Yeah.
She helps me with that, but
well, that's that 6 vibration too.
I just, wherever I go, and
all
I forget,
over.
it's like when I'm out, I'm in the field all the time. From the moment that I leave wherever I am,
yeah,
and go out into the universe, I am always on.
On, yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we ran out of time, Jen.
Okay, that's okay.
But I
you.
really enjoyed having you here. I learned a lot, and we got to have you come back.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely do.
And you have to come to some of our events.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely want to do
May 19th, we're having our next Touch Sensorium.
Okay.
But give us a contact phone number again before we go.
Sure. It's 631-553-3836.
Say it again.
631-553-3836.
Thank you again, Jen.
Thank
you were
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Body Mechanic, next week we're going to have a guitar player who's very interesting. He travels the world, who's going to be joining us next week. I don't know what you want to talk about on the wellness side, but I'm wide open.
I want to talk about oxygen.
Oxygen?
Yes.
All right. Maybe I'll talk about the 800-pound elephant. I like that subject.
Oh my God.
So before we go, we want to invite you to our next.
What is the 800-pound elephant again? What is that about?
Denial. We want to invite you to our next Touch Sensorium Monday, June 19th at the Awesome Heal Center. It's 203 East Pulaski Road in Huntington Station from 7 to 10 p.m. Come and get free massages by the Body Mechanic and myself and other body workers, free veggie juicing and other wellness modalities. We have a lot of fun. Again, Monday, May 19th. So in the meantime, have a great week. Love hard, kiss long.
And breathe deeply.
Have a great week.